Hi friends, this is Pastor Lucas Pin and this is our snack for the journey, and this week we are in the letter that Paul wrote to the Ephesians. The Ephesians letter is a very important letter, and it's a letter that Paul wrote from the prison, and it makes a package with a couple other letters that called the prison letters. Paul was arrested, he was in prison, and he wrote those letters to the church. He could not visit those churches anymore, so he wrote the letters, and beautiful letters about the doctrine. And this letter, he talks about so many aspects of our Christian life, But the beginning here is talk about the purpose of God. We don't have time to unpack the whole thing. But if you could read, it's a very short letter. If you could read the whole letter, it's great. But today we're going to, yesterday we talked about salvation. Today we're going to see that again, because there's two verses that Paul talks about salvation. He goes back. He continues to talk about salvation. He was in the end of the chapter 1 and the beginning of chapter 2. He's back on that topic. Let me read for you chapter 2, verse 8 and 9. Beautiful verses. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. You're saved by the grace of God, by faith. Not by works, because nobody's going to boast. Nobody can boast about salvation. And it's interesting to say, oh yes, we're saved by grace. Yes, Jesus did the whole thing. You know that, right? The salvation is offered to you freely, free. It's by grace, God. We didn't deserve. Grace is a merit gift. We did not deserve salvation, but God gave to us. And He gave us faith to believe, to accept. So God works in the whole thing of salvation. It's 100% God's work. And that is the beauty of salvation. Nothing depends on, not 1% depends on you and me. It's the whole thing by faith and by grace. God's working. And why is that? He said, okay, maybe you didn't understand. It's not by works. There's nothing that you and me can do to achieve, to get, to receive salvation. Nothing that we can, not by. And he said, why was that? Because no one can boast. No one's going to get to heaven and say, yes, I deserve that. Yeah, I work hard to get here. No, nobody's going to say that. Oh, I help a little bit. Yeah, I helped a little bit to get here. Nobody's going to say that. It's 100% the work of God. It is by grace alone, by faith alone you have been. And this is a gift from God. Even the faith that we have is a work from God to help us to believe. We could not even believe right. And He had, through His Spirit, to help you and me to believe, so we could be saved. That is a beautiful message for all of us, to know that our salvation does not depend on us, our work, our intentions, our good deeds and all that. No, it depends only on God. And He decided to save you and me. That is great. And this is our snack for today. God bless you.